Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Hey, it's TGIF. Yay. Well, it was yesterday. Close enough. So I had a little time here this morning, actually, before I had to go to a real job. And I thought, you know what? Let's pick a pile. Let's wrap it up with milk thistle. Milk thistle's been so good to us this week with some really powerful affirmations of sailing easily through troubled waters, feeling safe, knowing that we are protected, and it is safe for us to forgive, right? Because the whole point of forgiveness is self-freedom, and then feeling allowed to open our hearts to receive love and abundance and joy. And for that, we thank the universe. All right, so anyways, I'm going to shuffle this this stack pack of number cards and see what numbers we have going on for our three very thick, fat piles, because I missed you. And I want to give you lots of flowers. The first number is 57. So 5 plus 7 is a 12. And 1 plus 2 equals 3. Maybe there's a love message in the first pile. Let's get another number for the middle pile, the second pile. Whoa. Shit. It's a little... Which one is it? I'm going to guess it's the one staring at me. I had a little, I don't know, I just had too much stuff going on in my hands for this one. All right, so maybe a message of overwhelmment here in the second pile, which is 73, which is a 10, which reduces down to a 1. Okay, if you got too much stuff going on in your life, focus on one thing at a time. The first thing should be you. How about a number for our last pile? So anyways, thanks for hanging out with me here at Ho. Nice. The last number is 99. So here's your choices. 57, 73, or 99. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our prickly and protective herb of the week, milk thistle. I sail easily through troubled waters. I know I am protected. It is safe for me to forgive and set myself free. I open my heart to receive love. I allow abundance to flow into my life. I thank the universe. I sail easily through troubled waters. I know I am protected. It is safe for me to forgive and set myself free. I open my heart to receive love. I allow abundance to flow into my life. I thank the universe. And so it is. All right, so thank you again, Milk Thistle, for being our herb of the week. Now, 57, I said that adds up to a 12, which makes me think of Ossiel the Oracle, one of my best friends, who I was just thinking about, just actually while I was shuffling and picking cards. I was going to say pickling cards for you. I was thinking about him and how he's really opened up to channeling and And I understand how that it has to be, because it does for me, makes it increasingly harder to maintain friends, to keep on your old 3D friends, you know? And I was just sort of contemplating this topic about how, like, when you have spiritual growth in your life, or you do something weird, like, you know, stepping into your more divine higher self and channeling, and you realize, like, you really aren't just human, it does become increasingly harder to just go back to those old versions of yourself that people expect from you. And I just was thinking about how, like, as much as I love him and as much as he loves me and I love him, I feel bad that, like, sometimes it's an old habit to, like, if he texts me, then we go back to, like, our old versions of ourselves. And that's totally fine. Those bitches are fun, okay? But also, it's like when you're trying to release not old things, but just birth into your newer higher self, you know, it's like there's always a few things that want to keep tagging on you. All right, so anyways, let me slurp my coffee. Let me clang it on the desk, and let's get into 57. Alrighty. I wanted to keep rhyming there, so then we can take a rest. I should just write children's books, you know? Just cave into the need for rhyming all the damn time, and just do it. Okay, so our first, I didn't even tell you what kind of cards you're getting. You're getting a rat race card. You're getting 3 Gypsy Witch, because I wanted to expand my cardamancy prophecy. You're getting a Forager's playing card. You're getting I don't know what the fuck. These shiny flower cards, botanical inspiration. You're getting a soul flower. Yesterday we wrapped up going through all of the tree angels, so I shuffled that beautiful deck, and you're going to get a tree angel, you're going to get a plant spirit oracle, and then an attunement. And I think you will be happy. So this message, first of all, with number 57, it comes with a little gift, packaged trips. And this says, if you're truly frazzled, making vacation plans can seem like an insurmountable chore, even though you need and deserve some time away to recharge your batteries. So this is a suggestion to let someone else make the arrangements, like a trip planner, vacation planner, a best friend, a know-it-all aunt, whatever, like somebody who likes to, like, put things together. Why don't you let them do all the heavy lifting, and then you just kind of show up and have fun? Or just call the spa and say, hey, I'm not really sure what I want, but here's my budget, and schedule me for a day of luxury, please. And then just show the fuck up and get pampered. So anyways, this is definitely a message to treat yourself to a vacation without the hassle. So the easiest way, right? Yes, you could drive there, but why don't you just fly there? You know, one of those deals. So anyways, I know, like, right away I'm feeling resistance with that message for you, because it's like, you're like, oh my God, like, I'm so stressed out. Like, I don't want to leave the house. I just want to, like, vacation in my bedroom. And that's fine too. But, like, it is just saying, like, you do deserve a little trip for you. So just make it easy and have it be a packaged trip. So, all right. So there's your message. All right. So yeah, the Gypsy Witch Forager card. Where are my notes? Where's my cheater notes that tells me about my cardamancy messages? All right. So our Gypsy Witch is, we've got the Jack of Clubs. We've got the 6 of Diamonds, which has a lion on it, and we have the 5 of Hearts. So let's see here, which has a crescent moon. You guys, I need my notes. There they are. Squeaky drawer. All right, so Jack of Clubs, 6 of Diamonds, 5 of Hearts. So we've got the Jack, the lion, and the moon. Interesting. All right, so the Jack of Clubs is a reliable person, dark-haired, youthful friend. So, of course, I'm seeing this reliable, dark-haired, youthful friend put together your fucking trip, right? Let him figure out everything. Or her. It doesn't actually say. It just says youthful friend. But we all know Jack can be Jack or Jackie. The 6 of Diamonds says second marriage problems. And the 5 of Hearts says jealousy surrounds you. Make a considered decision. So if you're having trouble in your marriage and there's a bunch of jealousy, you know, think long and through. I don't know, is this a trip for 1 or a trip for 2? The Jack of Clubs on the card says the order denotes honor and recognition of labor near 48, a sure sign of business success. The Lion, 6 of Diamonds, says the Lion presages a sudden shock from bad news. So you might get some bad news, but it's okay. The Lion's going to protect you. Your Lion heart. So even if you're having troubles, don't worry about your heart. You'll be fine. Now this 5 of Hearts in the Moon says the moon, when near, is a good omen. It predicts fortune. When distant, it in exposure of your secrets. Ooh, so you got this like jealousy vibe, a little trouble in paradise. Make a decision that you think definitely through. Ooh, but I'm feeling it's juicy on your part for your secrets. Hey man, just cardamancy. You can't take this shit seriously. All right, the Forager's playing card is also cardamancy, and it is a 7 of clubs. And on my cheat sheet, 7 of clubs says prosperity and success. Be careful of trouble coming from a person of the opposite sex. So I'm just saying, it seems like there's a little trouble that like, yeah, a trip, a vacation could behoove you for one reason or another. 1, vacations fix faulty marriages. Everyone knows this. If you're having trouble in paradise, you go to Hawaii, you're like freaking honeymooners again. If this trouble is like, man, I got to get the fuck out of Dodge, then yeah, a solo trip could just be what it's needed to let it all crash and burn while you're not around. You know? I'm totally a fan of running away from your problems. Now on this 7 of clubs, this Forager's playing card, it's rose hip. So that to me is a good sign because rose hip is strengthening to the heart. There's a lot of vitamin C. It's good for you. It's an accessory of the rose plant. This is the fruit of the rose plant. It is typically red to orange, but ranges from dark purple to black in some species. Rose hips begin to form after successful pollination of flowers in spring or early summer and ripen later in summer through autumn. So that's good. I mean, I'm happy for you because you didn't get a poisonous berry. You got something that's strengthening with that Lion who says, listen, whatever comes to surface, wherever you find out that sudden shock from bad news from this person, you're going to be fine. You're going to be totally fine. As a matter of fact, you're going to be more than fine, Rose Hip says. Yeah, that little crescent moon is so cute. I just felt like you need to remember how cute you are too. Like really, like why are you even putting up with this stuff? Okay, that's just what I'm feeling. Okay, I want to give you your first flower, and it is the iris. The iris. Now, I really feel like irises are very kind of spiritual and purifying, and you know, I often see a rainbow and I think of irises because of which oracle card is that. It's so cute. It's the one in The Magic of Flowers by Tess Whitehurst. If you're familiar with that deck, look at the iris card, and she's like, I'm pretty sure it's the iris. She's like got a rainbow and she's by a waterfall, and so that's what I always think of now. Oh my god, that's so funny. This card too is about rainbows and messages, and sorry for the sudden abrupt shock, but this is a new deck and I don't, so I like to be pleasantly surprised. Rainbows and messages. So I am, really, what's with it? Irises and rainbows. Apparently it's not just me. And it's not just Tess Whitehurst. There's something to do about this, because it says, when it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. Yeah, and by that crescent moon, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 twinkling stars. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool because you're about to get some bad news, and you're going to have to remember stupid shit like looking for rainbows when life is trying to drown you and it's downpour, and looking at the sparkly diamonds in the sky when it is a very dark night of the soul for you. And that's sometimes what it feels like when a relationship ends, like you can't breathe, it's the end of the world. I mean, it's fucking traumatic. So hopefully you're going to get your big girl pants on and be ready for this, and be okay with it. I mean, trust me, once you keep on getting your heart broken, it does get easier. You can't say I didn't warn you. All right, look for the rainbows, look for the stars. Your second flower is Lady's Slipper. Lady's Slipper is all about connection. Lady's Slipper. So remember to be an elegant, graceful lady through all of this, if you can. Because, like I said, you are as cute as a crescent moon, and you can and should do better for yourself if someone's causing you grief. All right, you don't need that. When you're feeling weary, exhausted, and disconnected from your earthly pursuits, Lady's Slipper can help restore your soul's connection to your physical body. She will help infuse your daily life with guidance and intuition directly from the divine source, so that you can fully enjoy and participate in life, inhabit and explore your sensual body, and walk the path your soul intends. Whew, yeah. So if you are feeling too weary to even plan a vacation for yourself, you have become disconnected. This is making you haggard. This high intensity life, this relationship stress, sometimes life just wears you down. And I get it now that I'm a working woman. Like, I have a lot more compassion now for all the people throughout the years that I thought, why can't they get it together to meditate or do a project or do something fun or exercise? Because they left their soul at work where they were at 40 hours a week, and they just don't have it in them. I'm having more compassion for people from that perspective. But yet the soul still wants to go a certain way, to be a certain way, to experience, learn, and grow a certain way. So we got to get reconnected with our Mother Earth so that we are supported physically and energetically to do so. All right, let's get a tree angel. I know you're like, this message is nice, but it's not. And yeah, that's kind of what it's feeling like. It's like, yep, bullshit happens. Let's just keep going. Be the beach that you want to be in the world. You got number 26, beach. Beach. Think about going to the beach. That's the next time somebody asks you out on a date. They'll be like, yo, you want to do something sometime? And you go, yes, I would love to go to the beach. I would love for you to fly us to the beach. And they'll just be like, duh. Seriously, get your standards up a little bit. We ain't going to McDonald's in a movie. If you want to take me out on a date, I want to go to the beach. Right? Are you with me? All right, number 26. Let's see. The Oracle of the Beach. That's 2 E's. Beech says, protecting the heart creates space for trust, for new growth. Remembering brings wisdom. We learn for the future from our experience of the past. Spirit overcomes time. Whoa. So now, like, this heart message is obviously so obvious, says Captain Obvious. Obviously so obvious. With the lion, Leo, the heart. With the rose hips, the heart tonic. And now we have beach. With protecting the heart creates space for trust, for new growth. Remembering brings wisdom. We learn for the future from our experience of the past. And this is my favorite part. Spirit overcomes time. So this silver and green beach angel is the custodian of time's annals, the archiver of memory, and the high priest of the spirit realm. Its mentor is Saturn, guardian of the threshold. So having mastered the past, this angel has remarkable powers in the present. It is ready to share its determination, concentration, intensity, and vitality with you. So here, all this like weariness, this tree angel comes in to say, yeah, you're done with that. You're going to the day spa, you're going to the beach, and I'm going to share my vitality with you. Beach will protect, hold you close, and preserve you. This angel stands for reliability, responsibility, and honor. It is also patron of writing, an art that serves to record and preserve. So magical alphabets like runes and oracles, among others, are a little different and are influenced by Ash, Rowan, and of course the U. So this is like writing, record writing, I guess. So if you are in a big time relationship collapse, make sure you are writing down everything, like, for legal purposes. All right, anyways, without a doubt, the beach angel holds riches for us all, not just for historians and writers. Its high intensity and ability to concentrate make it an ideal ally for people taking exams or for attending interviews or meetings. Beach calms us and is perfect to summon for assistance with homework. So yeah, what kind of homework do you need to be doing in your life? Hopefully just researching that vacation or who to have organize your vacation, I guess. I guess you're not supposed to actually do it yourself. All right, so anyways, get into the forest and get connected, get grounded. And Lady's Slipper also had that message of connection as well. Because when we don't have the blessings of the beach, we become absent-minded and forgetful. We lose our sense of place, like a leaf blowing in the wind, and find our energies dissipating easily. Life starts to seem bland. When this angel is absent entirely, we become disloyal and full of conspiracy, secretly plotting against and ambushing each other. Dang. So hopefully it's not leaning into the nasty side of this vibe for you in your life, but I can see the potential there. Alrighty, let's get your plant spirit oracle. You've got goldenrod. Good. It's not going to, because you are going to transform into a butterfly and fly away into happiness, success, and prosperity with goldenrod. So we have a great yellow field of goldenrod, a bright sun, which is such a contrast from this kind of gloominess of the beach card. Like he's trying to bring the light into you, but you kind of let yourself fall, like I said, into the very, very dark night with the crescent moon, and now you're starting to see that light and the sparkly stars, and it's growing and growing, and literally, if you can just hang on through this, you're going to blast into that full-blown warm sun. Yeah, like the type of sun that like it feels so good to close your eyes and lift your face to the sky, and it just warms your whole body in such a reassuring way, in such a uplifting, enlightening way that gives you the vitality that you need. Yeah, because it's like, if you've been feeling, like Beach said, like that fluttering leaf that you don't really know like where you're going or where you're headed. Butterflies flutter too, but they know where the fuck they're going. You know, don't just be the leaf, be a butterfly. And what's really cool about this butterfly is its antenna is goldenrod flowers. It's just so cool. Happiness, success, prosperity. Ain't nothing more consoling to a broken heart than money, bitch. So start focusing on you and taking care of you, and get enough money that like you can take that vacation without any guilt whatsoever, because you know you deserve it and you know you can afford it. All right, your attunement card is in God's hands. So yeah, just put it in God's hands. You do your work of looking to the stars. You do your work of connecting into Mother Earth, getting supported, getting grounded. You do your work of being honest and full of integrity. You do your work of eating rose hips and looking for rainbows. Okay? That's your work. Your work is to take the vacation, but you don't even need to be the one who does any of the heavy lifting. Okay? Let Spirit help you. So we end with in God's hands. My trust, remember, that's why we're creating space in our heart for trust, okay? And love. My trust in life is implicit. God's greater knowing and greatest love guide my heart and my choices. My faith is steady, and I remain true to my light. Everything unfolds according to God's will. So be it. All right, on to the second pile. It's now 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I worked. I enjoyed my work, and then I came home and my son was like, hey, you want to watch this pigeon movie? And I was like, sure. And now we back again. Pile 73, the Will Smith pigeon movie. It was pretty good. You know, it was laced. It was a kid's movie, so it was laced with agendas. But all in all, I enjoyed it. Okay, so 73. Essentially a number 1. So I'm thinking this is definitely about you and you and you and you. But, you know, of course, whenever we can involve another person, that's fun. You know, I would never truly watch a movie by myself. But when my 19-year-old says, hey, Mom, do you want to watch a movie? I say yes. I say yes, because that's what mothers do. And it's nice to just, you know, hang out and watch a movie with him. All right. And he knows to not have me watch any scary movies. He knows that those sensitive viewer warnings are for me. And I don't enjoy like anything to whatever. But yeah, if it's a kid's movie, he's like, he always asks me. Because yes, I'm basically a child. My birthday's coming up on May 4th. I'm turning 44. 44 on the 4th. Yeah, so it's a fun birthday. All right, so your rat race is clean out. And there's a trash can with like a whole bunch of stuff popping out of it. Still looks like good usable stuff, but maybe you just have too much stuff. It says clean out old clothing, books, household objects, and furniture that you no longer use and just find yourself tripping over. So yeah, that's definitely a good practice. I'm not like a minimalist, but I lean more towards minimalism than most people, and it's saved my sanity for real. Because your house just feels cleaner and more open. So yeah, I'm a big fan of getting rid of stuff. Your neighborhood secondhand store will appreciate those items. Yeah, you can donate them. Maybe find an organization that gives them to families, or, you know, whatever you can find to do. You will appreciate the breathing room that's been created. Let that space exist without filling it with something else. So yeah, you need some empty space, you know. Too much furniture, just, it doesn't work. I'm actually tomorrow morning, oh yeah, I get to get up early again. Somebody's supposed to be coming to pick up a pretty big piece of furniture, a vanity that doesn't get used anymore. You know, it's a good piece of furniture. You can like argue with yourself like, oh, but this, but that, I could use it here. Just let it go. Make $40 and let it go, you know? All right, so let's get the Gypsy Witch Cardamancy. You got the 6 of Spades. It has a mouse on it. You have the Ace of Spades. It has 2 swords. And you have the 10 of Hearts. I was like, dang, are we going to have like 3 spades in a row? The 6 of Spades on the card itself says the mouse denotes loss by theft. Nearby, it denotes recovery after great difficulty, but distant, the loss will be irretrievable. Interesting. So we're talking about stuff. Now it's talking about theft. Maybe you don't want to retrieve the stuff that you've lost that somebody had to take from you. Okay, let's talk about the Ace of Spades. It has like 2 crisscross pointy swords. Are those called rapiers or something? Rapiers? I don't know, because there's a word on there that looks like that. They warn us against assaults, which threaten and will occur sooner or later according to the distance from the person. So what the heck? So maybe you do feel like, yeah, you got less stuff now, but it wasn't really maybe by choice. Kind of interesting. And the 10 of Hearts has a bouquet of flowers. Yeah, let's have less stuff, more flowers. Every time I go to Aldi's to buy flowers, they look like garbage. They do. I want fresh flowers. I want to buy flowers for myself, but I also want to buy flowers that are looking good. Bouquet of flowers, an absolute indication of long and happy life. If children are nearby, extraordinary honors and fame. All right, so that's actually on the card, but I'm curious what my cheat sheet has to say. The 6 of Spades, tiny improvements, small victories. So it's like if you are battling stuff in your life a little bit out at a time, these small victories, tiny improvements do add up. The Ace of Spades is about obsession, conflict, death, and changes. Obsession, conflict, death, and changes for the Ace of Spades. And the 10 of Hearts, good luck, great happiness. All right, you just got to take it for what it is. We have another cardamancy by the Foragers. You got Stinging Nettle. The 9 of Diamonds. The 9 of Diamonds, according to my piece of paper, surprises about money, great new business opportunity, restless to change. So yeah, like maybe like you can actually make some money off of this. Hopefully it's not like a situation like that. What was it about the death? Was that the Ace of Spades? Yeah, death and changes. Maybe someone died and you're like, dang, they got a lot of stuff. And you're like selling it now and making money. Stinging nettle. Gotta love it. But yeah, you don't want to be tripping over stinging nettle. Nettle is a common sight in backyards and gardens, although it's often weeded out and thrown aside, sometimes even avoided because of its stinging properties. But remember that whenever you discard this weed, know that you're also ignoring the health benefits that you can get from it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, stinging nettle. Oh, where am I going to get my stinging nettle this year, you guys? Do I have to make friends with the people who live at my old house? It's always an option. You're like, oh, I just wanted to stop by and see how you're liking all the stinging nettle that I planted behind the garage. They'll find it eventually, hopefully not by accident. Hopefully they'll know what it is before they reach to weed it out with bare hands. Whoopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. Whoopsie daisy. All right, moving on. Let's just get this 73 on a roll here. I do like the reminder to go, it's okay to let go of stuff though, okay? And if stuff left your life, maybe you didn't think it was a good idea, but hey, eventually you'll appreciate the space. So the first flower that I want to give you is a bellflower, the campanula. It's all about gratitude. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. That was Melody Beattie. Now, the thing about getting rid of stuff, I always think of the KonMari method, Marie Kondo, and like you pick up the item in your house, let's say like clothing or a book or whatever. It can be anything. Look at that piece of furniture and say, does this bring me joy? Like, do you have an upliftment in your energy? Do you feel joyful? Do you love it or not? So it's actually like a really good practice for getting in touch with how things make you feel. You know, for a lot of us, or like, I don't know how the fuck I feel. Like, feelings, where do you find those? What part of your body do you feel your feelings? Like, but it's a good practice. Like, do you love this or not? And, you know, if you don't, you get rid of it. But before you get rid of it, back to the bellflower, you say thank you. Like, thank you for serving me, or thank you for, you know, you've served your purpose. Thank you. I appreciate you. Our times were good. You know, like some clothes and stuff, like they get all like kind of faded and they're just not as spiffy as they were, or you've outgrown them, or they've outgrown your personality. Do you know what I mean? I'm kind of saying that backwards. Your personality has changed. It's not like maybe you actually have grown. Maybe they just don't fit anymore. I don't know. There's like lots of reasons to say goodbye to things, like this whole like saving it what if. I'll give a good example. My son and I were walking the other day, and I didn't wear a jacket because I thought it was nicer than what it was. But it's March in Pennsylvania, and like all of a sudden the air was blowing through me, and like we're already like halfway towards the plaza, and I'm like, I'm going into Goodwill and buying a coat. Anyways, I went in there and I found this awesome jacket, and it kind of was very similar, but like an upgrade to my old favorite jacket. Like that starts to have strings hanging off of it now, rips. You can see like white stuff coming out of it, little black coat. So anyways, I'm like, oh, maybe I guess I can get rid of my old one now that I have a new one. But then that part of my mind was like, but we still need the old one for dirty jobs or dirty work. And then it so happened that like later on that week, I needed to help with like a fish fry. And I wore my old one, not my new one, because I didn't want it smelling like fish and smoke, you know? So, I mean, it's like, I get it. It's hard to let go of stuff because sometimes you do need clothes that you can not care about and destroy. But it is really nice now that I found a replacement. But if I'm going to be honest with myself, I think I probably do have way too many jackets. Definitely way too many shoes. I have a lot of like dresses that I don't know where the hell I'm ever going to wear them. But like, I'm like, well, what if somebody does invite me to a wedding on the beach in July? Like, I might want to wear that. Girl, try them on, look in the mirror, see if it brings you joy, see if that really is you anymore, and then, you know, decide. Now, the second flower I want to give you is columbine, and it is very complementary to the campanula. They're both bell-shaped kind of flowers, and I think there is a campanula. And I always say sometimes campanella because I just like to missay stuff. I think there's also one in this deck, if I'm thinking right. But these are pretty cute too. And it's about abundance. So yeah, I mean, abundance gets a little bit too much. So you got the clean out card because you've been abundant. You're manifesting like a mother trucker. And now it's like, all right, my abundance, it's filling over the brim with stuff, you know. Clothes are definitely one of those things that like you can acquire a lot of them. So now it's time to scale down because yeah, you're a good manifester. Abundance has found you. Columbine encourages you to joyfully embrace life's bewildering array of uncertainties with the kind of confidence that doesn't require too much thought. Go with the flow, with what feels right. Abundance is the knowledge and security that comes with the acceptance that all of your needs are being met. So abundance, you know, defined by Bashar, that's channeled by Daryl Anka, is having the means to do what you want to do when you need to do it. It's like, it's not even connected with money all the time, you know, like you might think you need money to pay off a bill, but like maybe somehow there's like, it just gets, I don't know, you get a grant or you don't actually, the money doesn't actually touch your hands, but it gets taken care of. Maybe you don't have the money to take that trip, but then all of a sudden somebody that you know wins free tickets and says, hey, if you go with me to the shady part of the world that I won these free tickets to, like I'll pay for everything. And you're like, okay. Like I didn't, like last Friday at work, they were like, hey, you want to go to the Mexican restaurant? And I was just like, I don't know, not really, because I didn't really care either way. And then my one coworker, Lisa, was like, come on, I'll pay. Like, even though, so because I wasn't really that hungry, I just got a little quesadilla, you know, but it was nice, you know, because I didn't really want to go, but then like, I didn't really want to take an hour off work and then spend money on top of it, you know, because, you know, I'm Miss Frugal, you guys. What? It wasn't like she was asking me to go buy an Oracle deck. I would have said yes to that. But anyways, abundance finds you in all types of ways. So be open to it and go with the flow so you can allow the flow. Yeah. If she was like, hey, you want to go spend money that you don't have on tarot decks? I would have been like, yeah, I'm there. But she didn't. She just asked me if I wanted to eat Mexican food, which I had eaten the night before. So like, I really was like, oh, I could care less, but it was fun that I went with everybody. All right, you get a tree angel, and it's 17, and it's large, and she is kind of has her arms open. She's being open to the magic and flow of the universe. There's fairies dancing behind her. I remember this one because we got her rather recently, I think. The Oracle of the Larch. Your star has risen and will not leave you. Luck and inspiration, power and perseverance. Be ready and open yourself to the rhythm of the seasons, the earth who holds you, and the light of the heavens. So yeah, the earth is abundant. You can get a lot of stinging nettle. You can get a lot of flowers when they start to seed themselves. And that larch is an extraordinary being. It combines great strength with magical grace and beauty. Larch brings light like a star fallen from heaven. Its gift to you is spiritual clarity, inspiration, and harmony with the laws of nature. So an abundance of inspiration and energy would be fucking awesome. Like, I just am so tired sometimes. Like, it's like, yeah, here's more money, great. How about some abundance of creativity? How about an abundance of fairies? Fairies, charming elfin beings that are well disposed toward humans and animals, were often glimpsed beneath the larch in the mountains, its natural habitat. Dressed from head to toe in silver and white, they would dance under the ancient trees and mountains, singing sweetly all the while. For whoever met them, it was an unforgettable experience. Larch tells you about unexpected help coming your way. So this abundance, this having things just happen, is coming your way. What do you need to do? You need to clean out your clutter. You need to make space for this abundance. You need to make space for better stuff. I would also say this is mental space too. If your mind is cluttered with worry and stress and stupid ass shit, there is no room for creativity. So clean out so you can have that abundance of inspiration. Your newfound resonance develops your natural respect, and your kindness draws other beings and powers to assist you on your path. Maybe an abundance of insight, an abundance of foresight. Your eyes will sparkle when you meet them. So that would be awesome. I would rather have fairies than like anything material in my life. I would rather have a magical experience over a material experience any fucking day. Unless they were like really cute cowgirl boots. I mean, I'm open to that too. All right, if we abuse the larch and continue to allow it to be felled, like for ski, Pistes, pistes, ski hills, ski slopes, or herded together to grow in vast monocultures. So we are abusing larch. If we continue to do this, disgrace and stupidity will follow. Ignorance and instability eventually lead to serious depression and feelings of emptiness inside. So larch also reminds us, back to the poetry, that we do have a guiding light. We do have a star. Your star has risen and will not leave you. So stay focused on your guidance system. Luck and inspiration, power and perseverance, that which gives you passion is what you need to follow. Follow the light. Be ready and open yourself to the rhythm of the seasons. Get in tune with the rhythm of the seasons and open yourself to abundance. Nature is very fucking abundant. Just think acorns. Just think all the free dandelions. You know, you can live a very abundant life in the natural world when you listen to the rhythm of the seasons, the earth, who holds you, and the light of the heavens. Super sweet. Your plant spirit oracle is New England aster, which I shit you not, has stars in the sky. And it's all about fortune and stars aligning and then taking that inspired action. Dang. And all your flowers that I've given you today are purple. They're all purple, which is the color of royalty and that luxurious lifestyle and abundant. And, you know, you'll know it when you're living it, because it is good. It is good. It's good to not worry about anything and really just have the energy to focus on your inspiration. It's good to feel very fortunate. It's good to feel very abundant. And that really is coming your way. So get ready. Get ready. Clean your space. Bless your space. Get ready. Yeah, bouquet of flowers, an absolute indication of a long and happy life. That was the 10 of hearts. So yeah, whether you're getting ready for blessings like actual children or something, honors, fame, something good's coming your way. Something good. But you got to lose some of the junk to let in the blessings. There is that. All right, here's your attunement for number 73. Ooh, what an awesome affirmation. I am light. And that's like your whole message too, maybe getting lighter, letting things that no longer serve you, no longer bring you joy, letting it go so you can be lighter. You know, like that's the thing. It's like, does this bring me joy? Well, if you can't tell, ask yourself, okay, if I had to travel across the country, would I be lugging this with me? Like, would this go in my little souped up school bus? My little school bus house? Like, would I is this so important that I would take it with me? Probably not. Probably not. Another analogy is like if your house was on fire, which this is bad advice. So like, would you be like, I need to take that with me? No, you wouldn't. It's just stuff. It's just stuff. Stuff does not equal abundance. Abundance is far broader than that. Anyways, here's your attunement. I am light. I am light. I always have hope. No matter the ordeal, I have faith in a better future. I turn darkness into light. I open my heart to others and to God and am spiritually strong. I draw light to me and shine with all my being. And so it is. All right. How about an abundance of beer? Sorry, I can't help but think about beer when I see the number 99. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer. One fell off. I don't actually know the song. One jumped off, passed it around. 98 bottles of beer on the wall. Right? All right, something like to that extent. I was never really into that song. 99, 100. It's like getting to some type of turning point, like turn the page, next chapter, next segment. Like you did almost 100 days of this, time for something new kind of feeling. Oh my goodness. And very interesting. I'm putting out your cards different than I did the last two piles. So already it's like do something new, a little different. You don't need to keep on singing the same stupid tune again and again and again that I couldn't remember, maybe on purpose. I couldn't remember it. It's like it's time for a change. Now 9 plus 9 is 18, which is a 9. So good 9 energy. 9 is totally the number of completion for me. I don't know about you, but I think it is. All right, your rat race card, if you've picked the last pile, 99, is walk. Let me see you walk, 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 walk. Yeah, I know ho, you can talk. Now let me see if you can walk. And she's walking by the He's shop, which I'm assuming is just because she's walking past it. I'm assuming it's the cheese shop, but you don't, like literally there is not the letter C because she's walking past it. And it says, run your errands on foot as often as possible. So more physical exercise. If you can walk somewhere local that you normally drive, but like say you just have time to walk, you'll get a whole different perspective of that neighborhood. Like someplace where you just drive through, walk it sometime. It's like, oh my gosh, like you feel like you're actually there, not just like flying by. Reduce your traveling radius and frequent stores and services within walking distance. I totally love doing this, like contemplating the idea, like say I didn't have a car. Now I would always still want a car, honestly, because I love to drive fast in the summer on, Zoom. But like, if you can just live local, what would that look like to you? Now, if you're out in the middle of nowhere, of course, that's not going to work unless you like can just shop at a neighbor's house or a local country store, or I don't know. It's not going to apply for everybody, but hopefully if you pick this pile, you'll get the message that not only do you get to slow down and avoid driving and parking stress, you get to enjoy the public space around you, complete with their dogs. Yeah, you get to see lots of dogs and their owners, strollers, babies, right? All types of things. You see all the strangers, all the locals. You get to see the quirky things about people's houses and their yards, and like you might not notice a little garden statue if you're driving by, but when you get to walk by their house, you get to see it. It's fun. So anyways, try it out. Try walking more. Try doing something new. Okay, so we're going to do the forager, not the witch first, because we're going to do it different. You got holly, It's a 5 of clubs. Holly is a shrub with tree potential, though it is so humble that it will remain a shrub where other species have already formed a forest of trees. Holly is often found in decoration. During Christmas, the leaves sting. They sting? I guess we get poked by them. I mean, they are pretty friggin' sharp. All right, 5 of clubs, new friends, and a successful marriage, help from friends. So that might be new stuff, new friends. If your marriage, a successful marriage in general is a new concept to a lot of us. Help from friends. Even if you're always the one who's either A, doing it alone, or B, helping them, maybe your new thing could be having them help you. All right, Gypsy Witch. Jack of Hearts, 2 of Spades, King of Diamonds. Cool. On the 2 of Spades, there's like this cool looking like geometric Merkaba type of Christmas star. It says the star ensures success in all enterprises when near, when very distant, some unlikely events. So I'm feeling good. The King of Diamonds says the letter is, there's a letter, a handwritten letter. That'd be something new instead of emailing or texting. Why don't you write a letter? The letter is a sign of good tidings. When near and when touching indicates unexpected good fortune. So you could be saving some gas money if you get off your butt and walk. And the Jack of Hearts is the book. There's a book down there. Precedes a discovery of a mystery affecting the person for the better in a degree governed by the distance. So that's what's on the card. On my sheet, the Jack of Hearts, close friend or happy blonde, younger person, 2 of Spades, separation, deceit, tough changes, King of Diamonds, influential but stubborn man with fair hair. I don't know. You'll probably see all those people on your walk. All right. I'm tapping out. I'm tapping out of this message until we get a little bit more into it. But I just feel like it's like, don't be afraid of changes. Try something new. The first flower I'm going to give you is a hyacinth. And it has a message of playfulness. I also always associate a message of irresistible attraction with it. You know, like you'll start to love like walking through your neighborhood and, you know, walking to the store and just taking the slower pace. You get to look at, I'm telling you, I love looking at people's yards. I do. There's this one, this is a big long block walk for me, but there's this one house that I walk past. They literally have the best raised beds I've ever seen. Like they're they're up to your waist, maybe not quite that high, but like they're awesome. They're not lower ones. Like they're actually cool. They're made with like some type of siding on the sides, and they have like a wide rim. Okay, so anyways, I'm always like so intrigued, and I think to myself, if I ever was gonna hire somebody to make me raise beds, this would be the person. But that same person has 2 vehicles in their driveway, and one's a car, and this car's back seat, I'm not over exaggerating at all, is filled with trash up past the door, like halfway up the back seat window. It's like trash coming up on the back dash, you know, like where the speakers usually are. Like McDonald's wrappers, empty chocolate milk bottles, like trash. And I'm just like, okay, on the one hand, this is like the one person I would want to knock on their door and be like, hey, can I hire you to make raised beds? And then I see their car and I'm like, what the fuck? What is going on? How can you have it together to be making like these awesome raised beds, but like can't seem to get it together to clean out your car? I don't know. It's definitely intriguing. And you would not notice all this if you were just driving by. So that's why you want to walk. So you can see things like this. Hyacinth has a quote from Joseph Chilton Pierce that said, "Play is the royal road to childhood happiness and adult brilliance." Okay, play is the royal road to childhood happiness and adult brilliance. So it's like, don't forget how to play. Ooh. I love that we got the Holly, because Holly she wasn't like a child, she was a teenager, but child friend. Holly. That's kind of fun. Yeah, walking. Playfulness. Write a letter. Have some unforeseen lucky events. I don't know. So far, this is a pretty lighthearted message. Maybe that's what I like about it. Okay, let's see what your second flower is. So this pink hyacinth, which will be starting to grow over the next month. See, another reason to walk. You get to see everybody's flowers. Okay, we got bleeding heart. It's another pink flower with a message of independence. Bleeding heart helps you to recognize and strengthen the true source of your heart's power. It is impossible to sustain directing all your loving energy to external sources, or equally to rely on external sources to sustain you. So fill your strong, independent heart from within so that you may offer love even when heartbroken. That kind of makes me think of like letting your friends, your new friends or your existing friends help you, or let your marriage get successful. It's like, listen, you've been through a lot. Now it's time to take more walks and more playfulness and let people help you, and fill up your heart cup. Yeah, bleeding heart. Okay, plant spirit oracle. Oh, because we're doing them a little, all right, going with just how I laid it out. You got comfrey. Okay, comfrey. Now that can definitely be a mending plant, right? Comfrey, bone knit. So if you did have a broken heart, now is the time, change things up. If you always think about that person that just broke your heart, when you walk this way, well, fucking start walking that way. Change it up, change your routine, change your route, literally. Do something new. Start incorporating new friends, new things, new events, new resources into your life so that you can regain your personal power. Regain. So Bleeding Heart said to not rely on external sources to sustain you. So these resources need to be within you. That personal wealth that you have. Now, what I like about the comfrey card is you can see the plant, and then you can see the ground, and you can see the roots, and it reminds me of the chakras, because it goes red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. It has like the rainbow colors. There's 3 hummingbirds at the comfrey flowers, which are very swoopy, like the bleeding heart. The bleeding heart flowers are on the bottom of the stem, arching, and comfrey's arching, but its flowers are on top so that the hummingbirds can get them. So yeah, there is like this message to kind of just go with the flow, and that's like a meandering walk, right? You're not in a hurry, taking it easy, doing a few errands on foot, just out and about. Sometimes I'll make up an excuse of something to get at Aldi's just to walk down and, take a walk. Take a walk like a little hummingbird, get some more energy. Yeah. Okay, tree angel, you've got the walnut. So number 2, walnut. Like when I think of a walnut, I always see it like in the shell looking like a brain. So yeah, retrain your brain. Retrain your brain with these new things. Now walnut is number 2, and It's like a topless lady with, oh, she's got 2 walnuts, whole walnuts in her hands. And she's got a shelled walnut on top of her head where her brain is. And it's making like this triangle. And she says, wait and watch. Listen and learn. No judgment, no action. Every coin has 2 sides. Every problem, 3 solutions. Find the path that in time will nourish all. So like that neighbor that I told you about with like the awesome garden beds, but also is, like obviously has some hoarding tendencies, I guess. I mean, I'm really curious, like what is up? And also like, dude, do you want me to help you clean out your car? Like let's get this done before it gets stinky, you know? But yeah, hey, you don't know though, it's got there's 2 sides. There's 2 sides to every coin. You know, this person has 2 sides on one hand, you know? And yeah, there's always 3 solutions to every problem. That's awesome. But yeah, sometimes you do have to take the walk, the slower walk where you can listen and learn and watch and wait and not be in such a rush. That's what this fucking feeling is. I feel like I can't get to the point with this, and that's the point. You shouldn't be in a rush. Like those type of walks that like if one of your neighbors is out and you want to stand there and shoot the shit for 15 minutes, it's cool. Like your purpose is to just be there for that moment. Ooh, do you like the sound of that? Do you? Walnut is one of the earth's ancient mothers because of the nourishment it provides. Of course, the walnut nourishes us in a material sense through its fruit, but its spiritual gift is wisdom. Coming into accord with the walnut angel strengthens our foresight, understanding, sensitivity, and ability to empathize. This creates a healthy foundation for our powers of judgment and sense of justice. So yeah, I'm not going to judge that person. Okay? Walnut, Mother Walnut, I got you. I'm just noticing. With the help of walnut, we draw the right conclusions from our experiences, attaining a mature and deep understanding of life and its governing principles. Since time immemorial, the gentle power of walnut has been honored for its contribution to our spiritual development. All right, without the walnut, we act in a superficial, hasty, and short-sighted manner. Ignorance and coarseness gain the upper hand, which quickly leads to misunderstanding and injustice. All too often, this results in needless confrontation, quarreling, and conflict. Yeah, good old walk. I like it. All right. Anyways, on that note, that's all I'm getting from this last pile. And your attunement is everything turns to light. Everything turns to light. So whether it's a broken heart, I don't know, there's a little bit of a broken heart vibe to this. That you need to be more playful. Everything turns to light. And there's a lot of light coming from the walnut. There seems to be light coming from the ground and comfrey. A lot of light coming from the star on the 2 of spades. And a lot of light for you if you start walking, getting outside. Everything turns to light. I work to improve myself. Embrace all that life begins to bring to me. I work to improve myself, embrace all that life brings to me, and transform darkness into light. I allow myself to grow and become stronger. I say it and it is. All right. dang, I was like meandering and walking without any purpose, but it was enjoyable. But yeah, just kind of zoning out, letting the podcast go wherever it needs to go, not really worrying about anything, understanding everything turns to light. All darkness can and will be transformed to light eventually. I keep working on myself, I keep improving myself, I keep getting stronger because I let myself grow and I keep on eating my walnuts. All right, everybody, thanks again for hanging out with our herb of the week, milk thistle. It was a good week. We took our time this week. We did a lot of releasing, a lot of reflection, and yeah, I feel like we're always stronger with every step that we take together. Aww, you little sentimental thing, you. On that note, much love.